Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about Docker networking. Docker networking allows the container and the host to communicate each other, but also Docker networking allows the container to communicate outside the Docker host. So Docker container can easily access any internet site. Docker host can easily allow all the container to communicate with each other. Any application of the Docker container can be easily accessed outside of the Docker host from any network. So Docker and IP tables, basically very important relationship between them, because Docker host uses an IP table to maintain all the rules for the Docker containers. So whatever the port we are going to expose, this all the entry of port expose is going to be written in the IP table. So that happen automatically. So we do not have to write any IP table rules for Docker containers. So in this slide, we are going to see how Docker host write the rule for us. So first we'll take few theory and then we'll start with the lab. So here, if you can look, IP tables -l, this command is going to give all the rules which is by default present. So after that, we are doing here just saving that rule into one file, and after that we are creating one container, and this container is exposing the port of SSH on 4x2 for the Docker host. So if you access the Docker host on 4x2, you will get connected with a Docker container which name is Python :2.7. This is a tag -slim, and after that we are asking for bin bash. So this is a port expose. So we have exposed the port of SSHD on 4x2s on the Docker host. All right, so this we are going to see practically. And after that, doing this, we are saving this all the rules into the new file called as after, and we are comparing these two files, before and after. So we'll get a one extra line here, and this says that Docker host automatically added one entry for us into the IP tables, and this IP table says that allow everyone who's asking for the connection on the port 4x2s on the Docker host. So you can say that this SSH rule is added for this container. All right, so let's do the practical. So we'll use this host machine. All right, and let's first run Docker command to check we have Docker images. So Docker images. So we are going to use this image to build our container. So before that, we'll use Docker IP tables -l. So this is the rule. So we are going to save in the file called as before. All right. So we have done that. And now let's create a container for us. So Docker run -it, and we'll give the name node1, and we'll ask for port expose. So this port 4x2 is our Docker host ports, and this 2 is node1, that is container port. And after that, we are going to use the image. So we need the image name, and the image name is Ubuntu. So we'll take that one, and tag is very important. So we'll use the tag, and so image name and tag must be separated by colon. And after that, we'll ask for bin/bash. All right. So it says unable to find locally. Why it's not able to find locally? So let's correct like this. Still it says unable to find locally. So let's rerun. So we have the image here. So if we get something like this, so we'll ask go by image ID. So let's try this one. So it seems this image may be not present here. So what it says, error image node1. So it's not a problem of image. So we'll keep that line like this. I think here we have to include the name of Docker. So if we do the syntax error, it will give something error like this, and we get into the trouble. So the correct syntax is this. So hyphen hyphen name node1, and after that the image name was correct. Let's run first command apt hyphen get update. So this will add the updates. So once we have updated, so what we need is to check the IP address of this Docker container system, and after that we have to check whether Open SSH server is running. And because we have exposed the Open SSH server port, that is 22 on 4x2 on the Docker host machine. So this will take more few seconds to get it done. So we have to wait for a while. Now we have done with this. Now we'll check IPRL, and it says IP command is not found. So let check if config. So if config is also not working, so let install the appropriate package. So we'll say apt hyphen get, and after that we'll say the install net hyphen tools. So this net hyphen tools have multiple network related utilities. So this will going to be installed in a few minutes. So it's got installed fast. And one more package we need to check the IP address is IP root and 2. So this package is also important. So this will going to install on our container system. One more package for ping, because if you type ping command, it will say ping command is not found. So we'll say IP utils hyphen ping. So this package going to install, and it will allow us to ping any one system by using the ping command. So it's like already installed. That's great. Now we need to install uh, SSH server. So we'll say open SSH hyphen server. So this package is required. So it will take a few minutes to get installed. So open SSH server is installed successfully. Now for doing some maybe want to edit the file. So if we do vi, so it says vi command not found. So that's the reason let's install the vim as well. So if you want to make any changes in the file, so vim will be available on this container system. Now vim is also installed. So most of the important utility we have installed. Now if we check iprl, so we can see that our ip is 172.17.0.2. That's fine. Now what is important for us to start the SSHD server? So we'll say etc in it init.d and sshd. We'll say status, and it says so the daemon is SSH, not SSHD. So it says it's not running. So we'll start it. And now we'll check status again. Now SSHD is running, and that's Good. Now we'll take another session because we have not started in the background mode with a -d. So otherwise it will get disconnected. Now what is very important, we have exposed the port. So we'll say IP tables, all right, -l, and we'll save this in one file after. Now we have first initially before exposing the port, we have saved that output of IP table -l in before, and now after exposing the port and starting the SSHD, we have saved the IP table entry in after. Let's see the difference between these two files. What is the difference? So we can see here we got an accept TCP IP anywhere for this IP by using TCP and destination port is SSH. So now anyone can able to connect on this IP, which is a container IP. Now let's try to connect it. So we'll say first we'll check the host IP because we are going to connect through host. Any one of the IP we can use because it exposed on any one IP we can use. So we'll say SSH. Let's use this IP, and here we have to provide the specific port number. So we'll say 4 times 2s and this IP. So it will ask for password. So here we have not set the password. So we'll come on the container system and set the password for the root. And I have done with that. So I will cancel the session and try to re-log in. And now what it says, we need a password of this. So let's me try again. So it seems some issue with password. Port number is correct and IP is correct. Why it's not taking the password of root user? Let's try another IP. You want to connect? Yes. So it's not taking the password. So what we'll do, we'll come out by using Control D. So we have exited, and now we'll rerun it and we'll check if there is any issue with login and logout. So what it says, we do not have to create because it's already there. So we have to start it again. So we'll say docker start and name is node 1, and we have to give bin bash. So it started. Now we'll take the console exe -it. If we need in the background, we'll start in the background. Now let's try again. What it says, post refused. So why it's port refused? Let's check whether port is there or not. So we'll say docker ps, and this is forwarded. That's fine. And this is forwarded of Ubuntu system which is running. Image name is fine. Node 1 is fine. So we have updated the password, and we are trying it with the updated password, but still it shows permission denied. All right, so we'll come on the container and we'll go in the edit mode of etc. SSH and SSHD underscore conf file, because we are trying from the root user. So by default, root user is not permitted to log in. So we'll comment this line, provide it password, and we'll say here permit root login s, and we'll update it. And here we need to restart the service. So we'll say restart, and now we'll try once again. We'll cancel it and try to update it password. Oh wow, so we got an access into the container by using uh, the port forwarded, that is on 222. We use the port time 2 and we use the host IP. So as we give the IP and this port number, it redirect us to on the container. All right, so we'll come exit from here and we'll say the command netstat on the host hyphen nltup, and we'll say grep and this port number. So here we can see that this port is forwarded and it's listening on all IPs of this. So let's say if we have another IP, so we'll just replace it out and we'll give another IP, any one IP. So it should get on this IP as well. Let's give the password. Awesome. So we are getting the container on any one IP of the host, and we have checked how this port forwarding works. Thank you for watching it.